could be memorialized. You know, the Clintons, Joe Biden, and you see Barack Obama's missing in action. You see Obama didn't even want to basically have a photo op with Joe Biden. So our democracy is in shambles. And democracy means ruled by elected official, meaning democracy. We select our rulers. That's the wording. Rulers look at people and humanity as liabilities. America is a republic. We're not a liability to America. We're an asset to America. So this is what we have to do. We have to move from being liabilities to becoming assets to this country to get the respect. But how can we be an asset when there's a criminalization clause and a system built on racism that used to be sandwiched between critical theory, which is now obviously debunked because of H.R. 55, Emmett Till anti-lynching bill signed into law March 29, 2022. And now Roe versus Wade is subjected. Got the bells ringing. Now Roe versus Wade is under the radar. Now what's next? See, what's next is the 13th Amendment. Don't believe the lies. This is a state for state thing. And I'm telling you, why is it that they're creating a whole culture and group of people that want to fight to be killers, that want to fight to kill babies? We know it's immoral. If you are a girl and you are not pregnant and you can control your body, what's motivated inside of you to be mad and angry about something that you can control? And it's a sad sign, but clearly they know how to activate and get people out there. And it's just a handful of people, a shadow of a doubt, that things are looking a little brighter in the favor of the chosen. And when I say the chosen, I mean the former slaves, the oppressed. Yes. All things come to an end. So this is why the world is mad. And they're going to push the line a little more. But I want to encourage you and just ask you just to sit back and stand. It's like when Trump told the Proud Boys to stand back, boys. Yeah, we're going to stand by on this one and let the chips fall, because we cannot be guilty by association. Clearly, we are the good economic of these United States of America. We have a sitting president that will never say, God bless these United States of America. He'll say, God bless the troops. You got a president that's sending billions of dollars to a foreign nation and then sending cabinet members and members of this administration to go pick the money up. But they're not doing anything to stop the slaughter and the murdering and the taking over of Ukraine by Russia. So this need to know thing, keep people in the dark, this is sad. Because like I said, it's not even about likability. It's not even about personality. It's about policy. But I do like to be in the loop. And I do like to see a president of these United States of America to have some type of leadership ability, some type of take charge ability with a track record of success. Now, you can sit back and say President Trump was a failure and all of that, but he is a successful businessman and self-made billionaire. And you talk about, he got $1 million. That's fine and all, but he grew that. And clearly, he is an elitist, an Ivy Leaguer, and he knows these people. Because when I sit back and when I remember when he talked about how Venezuela was destroyed, how these countries are destroyed. Basically, there's dark money, adversarial players in this game that really want a one world order. They're getting older in age and they're really trying to pull it right now, because in 10 years, there's not too many people walking around 105 years old, still active and still a person of authority and a shot caller. So time's running out. So how things change, I think Oprah Winfrey said it best. Death. That generation is going to have to die out because that generation don't want to see change, because if things change, then that means that generation was wrong. So not the people and the individuals, but just the policymakers. Yeah, we understand, we know Joe and Joe know us, but the devil we know is not trumping the devil we don't know. If that's what you meant, Mr. Clyburn, that's your friend. And now that you guys are the demos now, and demos is devils, Diablo, or demons, because demo is the root word for that, keeping it 100. So we're going to call it what it is. So now when Farrakhan or somebody say, yeah, those devils, they talking about the Democratic Party. They're talking about the white liberal. Talking about the Karens. Talking about the rude and disrespectful black women. Talking about the feminists. See, when you are insecure, inferior, you don't play fair. And this is what we're seeing. This is why we're dealing with a Democratic Party that's willing to do anything and everything to keep their good economic. But the truth is coming out because, like I said, the Democratic Party is the party of slavery. It fought to preserve slavery in the Civil War and lost. It's the party that put a criminalization clause in the Constitution, which pretty much, locked black men up for committing no crimes, but just for being black, and rebuilt the South on free labor. We know they did something with the Freedmen's Bank Bureau. $8 million that Abraham Lincoln put away for land grants and, home loans and business loans for the newly freed slaves. So you telling me that that's not a social and economic, boxing, meaning we're not going to let this group grow. And now we're starting to see the political science in it, and how the science of Willie Lynch, how the science of oppression, how the science of images, how the science. And now we are sitting right here looking at the data and saying, wow, all we got to do is make this move and that move and we're done. Yes, that's simple. So amending that 13th Amendment. So I know without a shadow of a doubt that our politicians, Democratic, they're going to get in front of this. And like I said, they call me Bishop Prophet. So I'm prophetically speaking in terms of what they're going to do. And there's nothing prophetic about it. It's basically just a chess move that I'm sure that they're going to do. They're going to try to get in front of this. They're going to try to make it something for what it is. And what I'm speaking of, the 13th Amendment, they're going to get on board because that's what we're doing. And an amendment of the 13th Amendment with an atonement and a complete separation from a two-party system, because we don't like the violence. We don't like the rhetoric. We don't like what you guys doing. We want to be here in America, we the people, and live, grow, prosper. But why is it that when it's our opportunity to be in charge, they're trying to destroy it? Why? Because of human error, because of their failures, because of their guilt, and because of who they are. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. An old dog could just get mad and irritated. He won't jump. He'll bark, though. So I'm saying is go ahead and bark back. And at least let the dog understand that he not running nothing. That his barking is a defense mechanism because he's scared. And I know power is addictive, but when it's fraudulent, exposures happen. And all things will eventually come to light. So that's my time, people. A Better Black America, the #1 urban podcast stateside and worldwide. So we're going to keep on with this platform to really stay in front of what's going on socially, economically, and politically, clearly. So this is what we're doing. Now, BL Glover's show, that's more of a fun, trending topic, things of that nature. But a better Black America is predicated for the politics, because politics is how the world changes. This is how money is distributed. And I know that politicians are not trustworthy. This is why we're going, a different route as selected officials, community activists, game changers, trailblazers, people who want to be difference makers. So be on the lookout for, books and all types of things this fall or late, early winter. But and I'd like to thank you also for my supporters, Conservatives of America. We get 1,000 people visiting the site on a daily basis. So if you haven't, go to Conservatives of America -COA, which is Colors of America, meaning the Black community is stepping up to be the moral catalyst for the change here in America. Because, there is a criminalization clause in our culture. We know that we're, supposed to be living in our victimhood, but we want to be an asset, not a liability. That's a big difference. Assets versus liability. And clearly, one party look at us as a liability, a forced liability, and another wants to partner up because they see us as an asset. Because without the Black asset in the Civil War, the Union would not have defeated the Confederacy South. And with that being said, it's my time. You guys have a good day. It's your man, Bouchon Glover. A Better Black America podcast, the #1 urban podcast stateside and worldwide.